In this video, we are going to look into the retirement of partnership comprehensive problems. So the problems will relate to the creation of revaluation account, partner's capital account and the balance sheet. And all this is happening when the partner is retiring from the business. That is, he is going away from the business. We are going to look into the 19th problem from Standard 12 Samachir Kalvi textbook. So the problem goes as Rajesh, Satish and Manthan are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2:1. So this is the old profit sharing ratio which they have. Their balance sheet as on 31/3/2017 is given below. So in the balance sheet we have on the liability side we have a special item called as general reserve, that is 50,000. So that has to be adjusted along with the capital. Other than that, we do not have anything. So let's go into the adjustment part and see what is given over there. So the person who is retiring from the firm is Madan on 31st March 2017. He is retiring subject to the following conditions. So firstly, Rajesh and Satish will share profits and losses in the ratio 3:2. So the new profit sharing ratio is being given over here. Next, assets are to be revalued as follows. So they have revaluated the assets, that is machinery, stock and debtors, which we have to compare and get to know about them from the old balance sheet, that is the balance sheet given in the problem. Next is the goodwill of the firm is valued at 1,20,000. So that is one of the major adjustments over here. Prepare necessary ledger accounts and the balance sheet immediately after the retirement of Madan. So first we are going to start with the working note. That is why this working note is they have given the old ratio and the new ratio. So since the person is retiring, it is essential to find out how much of shares is being gained by the partners who are continuing. So first we are going to find the shares gained. So the formula to find out the amount of shares gained by the continuing partners is new share minus old share. So first let's start with Rajesh, who is the partner who is going to continue over here. Okay, so must keep in mind that the new share is 3:2 given in the adjustment and the old share given in the first line of the sum is 3:2:1. So how they have said Rajesh, Satish and Manthan, then the first is Rajesh, second is Satish. Likewise for old share also. So Rajesh new share is 3 and the total of the new share is 5 minus the old share is 3 divided by 6. So when we take an LCM, we get cross multiplication method, 5 6 are 30. Now cross multiply 6 into 3 18 minus 5 into 3 15. So I get 3 divided by 30. So this is Rajesh share. Next in line is Satish, who is going to continue in the business. So we have to find Satish's share. So Satish is the second person, therefore 2. New share 2/5 minus old share 2/6. So the same LCM method, cross multiply, 5 6 are 30, 6 2s are 12 minus 5 2s are 10. So I'll get 2/30. So the shares gained by Rajesh is 3/30 and Satish is 2/30. Therefore, the gaining ratio is going to be 3:2 for the continuing partners Rajesh and Satish. So with this gaining ratio, we must calculate the value of goodwill which is taken over by Rajesh and Satish from Manthan, the retiring partner. So after the gaining ratio, the goodwill is going to be worked out. So the goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,20,000, which is given in the adjustment. So we must find Madan's share of goodwill in the amount that is given there. So 1,20,000 is the value of goodwill and Madan's share according to the old ratio is 1 divided by addition of the full whole ratio is 6. So 1,20,000 into 1/6. If I divide it, 6 goes once, 12 goes 2 times and the remaining zeros. Therefore it becomes 20,000. So this is Madan's share. Now this 20,000 has to be adjusted towards Rajesh and Satish in the gaining ratio what they have got. So now Rajesh's gain out of Madan's goodwill is, that is 20,000 into 3:2. So Rajesh is 3 times. So 3 divided by 3 plus 2 is 5. In the gaining ratio, we are supposed to do it. So if you divide, you will get 4 times. So 4,000 into 3 is 12,000 rupees is Rajesh's gain of goodwill from Madan. Next is the continuing partner Satish. So Satish gain we have to find out, that is how much of goodwill he gains from Madan, the retiring partner. So 20,000 into his share of gaining ratio is 2. So 2 divided by 5. So if I cancel the same 4 times 4,000 into 2 is 8,000 rupees is the value of goodwill which is gained by Satish from Madan, the retiring partner. Note how general reserve of 1,20,000 is going to be separated among the partners, divided among the partners and given to them. So the old partners have to take up this 1,20,000. So they're going to take up this 1,20,000 in the ratio 3:2:1, and the amounts what they get is going to be recorded in the capital account. So for that we are going to first find out how much they are going to take each. So 1,20,000 divided by 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. So I will get 20,000 as the general reserve divided among them. So we must take their share of profit. So if it is going to be Rajesh, it is going to be 20,000 into 3. Satish is going to be 20,000 into 2. And likewise, Madan is going to be 20,000 into 1. So according to them, it's going to be 60,000, 40,000 and lastly 20,000. So if you add it up, definitely you will get 1,20,000 as your general reserve. So this 60,000, 40,000 and 20,000 is going to be transferred into their particular capital accounts. Next step in the sum, we are going to start with a revaluation account. So this is the basic format of revaluation account: particulars, rupees, particulars and rupees, both on the debit and the credit side. A revaluation account is very simple. The same is going to be followed in the admission or partnership also. So if there is an increase in the asset value and decrease in the liability value, then we are going to record it on the credit side. Whereas if there is a decrease in the asset value and an increase in the liability value, we are going to record it on the debit side. Okay, let's go into the first adjustment with regards to revaluation account. In the adjustment, they've given the second point: assets are to be revalued as follows. So all of these are assets that they have clearly mentioned. So machinery is shown there as 3,90,000. But whereas if you look into the balance sheet what they've given, it is 4,20,000. That shows that in the old balance sheet, it is 4,20,000 and the new adjustment is only 3,90,000. That means the value of machinery has gone down. So if the value of asset is gone down, we are going to record it on the debit side of the revaluation account. So go to the debit side and write to machinery account. So we have to find the difference between the raise or decrease in the value of machinery. So the old value of the machinery, that is rupees 4,20,000 minus 3,90,000, which is given there in the adjustment. So when you subtract it, you get a value of 30,000 rupees, which is to be recorded in the outer column. So machinery value has decreased to 30,000 rupees. The next item given in the adjustment is stock 2,90,000, whereas it is 3 lakh rupees in the balance sheet. So stock also has been decreased when you compare it with the balance sheet. So go to the debit side and write 2. So that's going to be 3 lakhs minus 2,90,000. You can ask me why this is not going to go into the details column or the inner column. That is not required for this particular revaluation account. So this is only for our reference as of how we have done the sum. So this is 10,000 rupees stock value which has been decreased. Lastly, it's back 52,000. And in the balance sheet, they've given debtors as 1,60,000. So there's a difference between 1,60,000 and 1,52,000 as 8,000. There is a decrease in the value of debtors for 8,000. Therefore, we are going to record it on the debit side. So to debtors account. So this particular thing is 1,60,000 minus 1,52,000. So if we subtract it, we get 8,000. So with this, the transactions or the adjustments given in that particular sum which relates to the revaluation account relating to revaluation of assets and liabilities is over. So we do not have anything on the credit side. Normally when we get the answer or the balance on the credit side, it is to be denoted as a loss, right? So that is going to be by revaluation loss, or loss on revaluation can be recorded. So this has to be divided among the partners, the old partners, that is including the person who is retiring also. So the old partners are going to be Rajesh, Satish and Madan. So it is going to be divided among them and transferred into the capital account. So before getting the revaluation loss, we have to balance it. That is, the credit side is 0 and the debit side total has to be taken into consideration. So 30 plus 10 plus 8 is going to be 48,000 as my grand total. So write the grand total in the same line on both the sides, that is debit and credit. So 48,000 minus 0, the revaluation loss is also going to be 48,000. So before finishing this or concluding this revaluation account, we must divide this 48,000 among Rajesh, Satish and Manthan in the old ratio. So let's have a working note to see how this is being divided. So we are going to look into a working note which shows the calculation of revaluation loss, how it is being separated. So the revaluation loss is 48,000 which we got, and the old ratio in which we are going to separate it is 3:2:1. So 3 plus 2 plus 1. The denominator here is going to be 6. So if we divide this by 6, we will get 8,000 each. So if Rajesh is going to take the revaluation loss, then it is going to be 8,000 into 3, Rajesh's share. Next, if Satish is going to take it, and it is going to be 8,000 into 2. And lastly, the retiring partner Madan is also having a share in it. Therefore, it's going to be 8,000 into 1. So according to that, the totals are 24,000, 16 and 8. So if you add it up, definitely we will get 48,000. So these three values have to be transferred into Rajesh's capital, Satish and Madan's capital account. So back to the revaluation account, I have posted the separation of the revaluation loss for the particular partners. So Rajesh 24, Satish 16 and Madan is 8,000. So next step, we have to open a capital account. Look into the capital account of Rajesh, Satish and Madan. So in the capital account, first we are going to bring down the capitals from the balance sheet which is given in the problem. On the credit side of the capital account, I have brought down the balance, that is the capital balance, the capital amounts of Rajesh, Satish and Madan as by balance brought down. So next step, we are going to record the revaluation loss which we have got in the revaluation account. In the revaluation account, we've got a revaluation loss and we have separated it for the old partners who were there in the firm. So this revaluation loss has to be transferred to the capital account. So see which side it is. If it is in the credit side, you're just going to take it to the debit side of the capital account. On the debit side of the capital account, I've written the revaluation loss 24,000, 16,000 and 8,000 for the partners. Next, we're going to record the special item which we noted down in the balance sheet, that is general reserve, and we have already worked out a working note showing the balance of how much is going to go to each partner. So now general reserve is on the liability side of the balance sheet, that is the left side. So it has to be brought to the right side, that is the credit side of the capital account. I recorded the general reserve on the credit side of the capital account as 60,000, 40,000 and 20,000 respectively according to the working note what we did. Next, we have to record the goodwill, that is the partners are taking over the goodwill. So there is a small journal entry which has to be seen in order to understand this. The journal entry for the goodwill taken over by the continuing partners is going to be Rajesh capital account debtor, Satish capital account debtor to Madan's capital account. So Madan is a partner who is retiring and these two partners are taking over his goodwill. So 20,000 value of goodwill of Madan is taken over as 12,000 for Rajesh and 8,000 for Satish. It has to be recorded in the capital account. So first, let's consider Rajesh capital account. So all the three partners are included in one capital account in separate columns. So Rajesh capital account is debited over here. It's in the debtor. So go to the debit side of the capital account and write the opposite account's name to Madan, and in Rajesh column you must record 12,000. The capital account debit side I've written to Madan and the 12,000 in the Rajesh's column denoting that it is Rajesh's capital account. Next is Satish capital account debtor to Madan's capital account. So we must go to Satish capital account debit side. So to the capital account debit side we must go and write to Madan's capital account, and in Satish's column we must put 8,000. So debit side of the capital account, I am writing the opposite account's name. So I am not writing it again because I have already written it for Rajesh there. So to Madan's capital account has already been recorded. In Satish's column, I must write 8,000. Next, we are going to take care of Madan's capital account. So to Madan's capital account is 20,000. But we must go to the credit side because Madan's capital account is credited. So credit side of the capital account and write the opposite account's name and their respective values. I've come to the credit side of the capital account and I've written by Rajesh capital account and by Satish capital account, which are the two accounts given in the journal entry which were opposite. So now I must record their values in Madan's account, that is Madan's column. So 12,000 for Rajesh and 8,000 for Satish. Therefore, your debit and credit concepts in that particular journal entry has been recorded for goodwill. So, the goodwill has been transferred or taken over by the old partners. Lastly, we are going to get the balances. But here in the sum, they have not said anything about how Madan is going to be paid off or he is going to be transferred into the loan account. Since nothing is mentioned, we are going to transfer his amount into the loan account and we are going to complete the capital account. So first let's get the balance. The credit side is more comparing to the debit side. So let's get the balance of the credit side, which is going to be 2,90,000 for Madan, 3,40,000 for Satish, and 4,60,000 for Rajesh. See that we copy the same values into the debit columns also. So 2,90,000 for Madan, 3,40,000 for Satish, 4,60,000 for Rajesh. After doing to subtract the debit balances from the total. So if we take Madan's balance is going to be recorded in the Madan's loan account because we are not going to pay him immediately. So on the debit side, to Madan's loan account to be recorded. So the answer is going to be 2,90,000 minus 8,000, that is 2,82,000. So this is going to be transferred to his loan account. It is not a balance. Later, next we have the other two partners whose balances are going to be determined. That is balance carried on because they are the partners who are going to continue. So 3,40,000 minus 24,000 debit balance is going to be 3,16,000. Next is 4,60,000 minus 36,000 is going to be 4,24,000. for Rajesh. So this balance carried on has to be taken to the opposite side as brought down. On the credit side of the capital account, I have brought down the carried on balance down below the total for the continuing partners alone, that is Rajesh and Satish alone. So these two values are going to be taken into the balance sheet as capital accounts, and Madan's loan account, that is 2,82,000, will be recorded as Madan's loan account in the liability side.